Just so you know.
It doesn't matter. Every house is different. Excuse me.
Like us, we're warm and welcoming.
What are we talking about today?
Well, I'm Melissa Colletti with the XP Realty, Melissa for Homes.
And I'm Danielle Tully.
And today we are going to talk about green flags for buyers.
But we're also girls who want to sell houses.
Oh, and have fun, of course. We'll get the hang of it at some point. So, green flags for buyers walking up to the house, right? Good curb appeal. You want to check the major components that are outside, like a roof. When you get inside, you check the furnace, the AC, the water heater, the appliances, all the little bells and whistles. If they are in working order, then they work and they're good to go. But green flags are when they're all new, replaced, well-maintained.
Well-maintained, I think, is the important one. Okay, so it doesn't, because like you said, as long as they're working, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes people don't care if it's working, if it's a fixer-upper.
Right.
But, just the other day, I was previewing a house for one of my clients that wants to sell in the next couple months. And there were, even though she gets it maintained, her furnace and stuff and her AC regularly, it still had a bunch of, I don't want to say it was dust or, kind of particles or whatever. And I'm like, oh, no. You need to make sure that they're not just checking it out, that they're cleaning it, that they're making, because if furnace, even if it's older, but it looks clean, it's been maintained, that's the green flag.
Yeah.
Not
I
necessarily
thought you were going,
the newest.
to a red flag. I was
No, I'm
confused.
saying that, well, I guess I was trying to tell her that if she gets it handled and made sure that, and the next time the person comes through to look it over, that it's cleaned up and nice and looks maintained and is maintained. It's just the initial idea, because it's, again, flags, right?
Well, you can tell, though, when you walk into a house if there's pride in ownership or if they have been lacking on things. Owning a house is the fun part. Buying it right, I think that's the fun experience. The maintaining it part is what is most challenging. But I always say, why would you invest and buy a home if you are not going to maintain it?
Right.
Unfortunately, a lot of people don't. But we're only talking about green flags. So green flag is when you walk in and you could see the pride in ownership, because then you could, you just kind of set your mind at ease, and then kind of sets the tone. So you just, buyer appreciates those things, and then you just look around for all the other green flags.
Well, again, a green flag. I mean, first, it starts as you're walking up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, some of this is going to be almost cliche, right? Curb appeal.
Yeah.
The idea that when I am opening up a lockbox for somebody and my client's kind of sitting there just looking around as, for the minute or two that I'm fiddling with the front door.
All know how long it takes to open up a lockbox.
Even today, when it was just us,
like
Melissa was opening up a lockbox.
Yeah, how many
she's like
years between the two of us? Yeah.
Getting nervous.
Yeah. There should be a class on that.
It doesn't matter. Every house is different. Their doors
true.
are different. Their locks are different. So making sure that the paint and the trim is very nice around, that's a pride of ownership type of thing. And those are the type of things that people want to get into the house now. If they're on the porch, the patio, the deck, whatever's out on front, even if it's just a stoop and it seems clean, it's brushed off, it's newly painted, it might have a plant or something like that, making it homey and welcoming, those are green flags.
Yeah, it just sets the tone. You're like excited to go in. You're
Yes.
like, oh, look at this.
And then another thing, kind of back to the mechanicals.
Yeah.
Because those are important features for a home, even though they're not sexy or new or whatever. Those are making sure that, once again, even if it's not a brand new water heater, have you ever seen a water heater that has like a bunch of calcium and other buildup on the, I wish my friend was here to tell me what it's called, the little, Matt, where are you?
We don't build that.
No. Somebody else will use the
thingamajigger.
But yes, the thingies coming out of the top that sometimes get some crusty and stuff like that. Again, if that's maintained, if it's clean, if it's dusted, if it's the corrosion isn't there, that's a green flag that people, again, back to that pride of ownership that we were talking about.
Everyone wants the newer windows and newer doors and new water heater, everything brand new. But brand new versus being well maintained, to me, is almost the same thing, because they're caring for it, they're maintaining it, they're being proactive against, I don't know. I've heard so many stories about water heaters, you know, when they burst and the water gets all over. So all these scary things, but those would be red flags. And we're not talking about those, although they kind of intertwine.
I mean, what's the opposite, right?
Yeah.
If something is gross
Right.
and bad and whatever,
Right.
it's a red flag.
Yeah.
If it's good. But we're trying to be positive
We
here,
are,
right? We're
yes,
saying,
absolutely.
here's the ways to make, and that's the thing. You know what you just said, nice and new and everything. You know, there is just sometimes that there's price points, especially when and not even price points, but considering we have such a low inventory,
Right.
you kind of just have to
go with
what's
flow.
out there.
Yeah.
And, you know, we are starting
Yeah.
to see a little bit more distressed properties or properties that aren't, you know, that might be
Not maintained.
quick. Well, I was going to say quick sales for whatever
Yeah.
reason. Sometimes it's for foreclosures or
All different kinds
or,
of reasons.
short sales.
Mhm.
But, you know, again, these little, when it's not that and it's somebody just, you know, they don't feel like, the sellers don't feel like doing new everything,
Yeah.
right? Because they want to enjoy whatever they're putting it in
Yeah.
and they need to leave. But still, it's just the little things. It's the
Yeah.
little things that
Like
make
natural
it.
light, plenty of windows. I don't know. Bright rooms,
Changing up
paint colors. You know, just lightening up as a green flag. Fresh, just the
Right.
smell of paint is a green flag to me.
It is.
It
Well,
is.
again, it's somebody who's motivated to sell,
Yeah.
who wants to put their best foot forward.
Right. You just want to make it feel warm and welcoming.
Absolutely.
Right.
Smells are
Like
another
us.
thing.
We're warm and welcoming.
I hate how big my mouth
Hey,
gets.
the name is, you know, and have
fun.
fun.
Sell
So,
and have fun.
That's
so
right.
we're going to do both.
What are some other things, though, that are green flags? Like, obviously, every situation is different because every green flag to me, to you, would be different because it's like what I want. I want like a functional layout, or maybe you want walls to separate the house, you know, like so everyone has their own space. I don't know.
Well, those are all
Just
different
certain
needs.
things. Well,
but
right,
again,
it comes down to needs too.
yeah,
When you-
again, green flags would again just be, you know, dishes away.
Yeah.
And
Wanna
I
come to my
understand.
house and do it?
And I understand. Well, no, I know, but I understand that sometimes you get a call. You know, the house is on for sale, and you're at work or you're out at a, you know, taking the kids out or running around for the day, and somebody needs to get in or wants to get in an hour, and you can't always have it super show ready. But that's kind of it. The super show ready is a green flag. It's
Oh,
that
absolutely.
people are,
Yeah.
you know, motivated, that they care
Take
about
the time about the appearance of their home. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I think I wanted to just bring up one more thing, which
Yeah.
was, you know, kind of personal, like
Depersonalizing.
green flagging is, like
That's
not having things be cluttered.
Oh, you mean like
or too
stacks
much.
of laundry everywhere? Well, it's just again goes right back to what you just said, making it presentable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's
all.
the ultimate
Yeah.
green flag, right?
Mhm.
Is presentability.
And then making it smell nice, like you know, a candle, or I know you're on the fence. I'm just saying what my green flags are. It smells nice, like baked cookies, but in my opinion, fresh popcorn.
yeah, you love the popcorn.
I
You
do.
love
I eat
the
it every
fresh
night. I
popcorn.
have my mother to thank for that.
She-
I literally do.
Every open house, she's like, we've got to do a popcorn.
Yes.
And luckily, we haven't.
Look at how many bags of
Make 'em-
popcorn I went through at
I
the
know.
last open house you were with me at.
But we haven't burned something. One of these days we're gonna regret.
Yeah, and
it,
that's gonna
it's
be a
gonna
poor
burn,
choice.
and we're gonna be
Yeah.
like, oh my god, what do we do?
Then they're gonna come in and
But-
it's not gonna be. It's
No,
gonna be a
it's
red
gonna
flag,
be
not a green
They're
flag.
like, what's it? And that's no fresh smelling, not smelling like
Yeah, not
animals.
overwhelming.
I'm sorry.
with
You,
those
you
plugins
need
and
maybe
stuff.
bringing somebody else in to get the dog or pet or whatever the animal
Yeah.
smell is.
Just to
out.
smell nice
But
is a
smelling
good
nice,
green
but
flag.
not overwhelming. Don't try to
Ooh.
cover up smells. That's
You don't want to punch them in
That
the
makes it
face when they
worse.
walk in with the
Yes.
scent. I agree.
so a pleasant, light smell.
Yeah.
So like one air freshener,
Mhm.
not one every 6 feet.
Right.
How about that?
That I agree with that.
Because the opposite of that is
A red
every
flag.
6 feet,
Yeah.
and you're like, what are they
Mhm.
covering?
Oh, we should have done it together. Green flag, red flag.
Oh, well, yeah.
Next time.
When you see the same video in 6 months, but
Regurgitated. Yeah, we're
doing
just
the
gonna mix it
opposites.
up. We'll be like DJs
you know,
and mix it up a
whatever.
little bit. Another thing too, another green flag for me would be like, so like if someone were to come and view my house, if I were selling it,
Yeah.
they would walk into my basement and they would see my updated electric panel. That's a good sign. It's a good green flag. It cares taken or shown. Maybe I recently updated my electric, so that's less of an expense maybe. And everything is labeled really nicely because
Labeling,
I have
actually,
OCD.
labeling is a green flag. And
Oh my
actually,
gosh, yeah.
I just told I've got to look into that because I did tell my husband the other day because ours is getting like weirdly miscolored, and I'm like, do they just sell like a new sticker? I'm sure they do, but
I use my label.
I've
maker.
never seen it. Oh,
Yeah, you want to borrow it?
I just want the whole new fresh thing. Right?
Oh, I mean, I guess I
label
could have
making
done
might be
that.
nice.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to go look at mine now when I get home. But anyway, that is a green flag to me. It just means that you care. But at my house, we did it so I don't have to scream upstairs and wonder if my husband heard me and which one to trip back.
We still did that a couple of years back. Sorry, now nobody cares. But a couple
I
of
care.
years back that we went in. So this might be a tip. I don't know. Hey, we're talking about green flags and tips.
Yeah.
If you do it correctly, which we clearly didn't. But we went through the house and we labeled on each of the panels like what number. So it was like 15 is this one, and because you try to explain
the numbers on there.
Well, when you have the
like so how many slots you
Yeah,
have.
the
Okay.
slots number. So 15 is the upstairs hallway.
Yeah.
And on the upstairs hallway we have 15 written, so that when we were like, oh, we gotta turn it because we just changed out our hall
Where do you
lights.
put? Next time I come over, I'm gonna have to check that out.
Well, we screwed up a couple of them, so
Well, that's unacceptable.
yeah. Well, now which is part of the reason I want to relabel it. So correctly labeled, and
It's just helpful for buyers and for.
And you know what else? Another one would be the GFCIs. Because I don't know the last time. I rarely do inspections where all of the GFCIs or GFIs or whatever they're both called.
GFCIs or G.
No, they're both. They're referred to both.
GI
GFIs.
Joes. That's how I don't know.
Oh.
But yeah, it would be nice to see
It-
every
all
house
of them.
with them. In
So
every
and they're
outlet.
like $15 a piece. There
Not
really
just by the
is.
water.
Well, not every outlet. That gets expensive.
Oh, my own house is that way.
What? Come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
The whole bottom floor.
Oh, well, look at you.
Yeah, I'm
Overachiever.
trying.
I mean, is it really tripping? Like, anyway.
I'm only joking. Anyways.
But anyway,
yeah.
those news. So check the ones out in your bathrooms. Check
Yeah.
the ones out in fact, now I think the ones that we just replaced have like a little green light. Ostensibly, what's that word?
Essentially?
No.
No, then I have no idea. Is that a tongue twister?
I don't know.
Ah,
We'll
could
just
be.
cut this out.
No, don't cut it out. If anyone knows what she's trying to say, just put it in the comments below and educate us a little bit.
Yes, well, basically, I can't give it.
Essentially. No.
No, anyway,
It'll come to you.
basically, it is, I'm assuming, there you go, we'll make that word. It goes from green to either out or red or something like that if it
Oh.
no longer works.
Oh, like green go, red stop?
I'm
Like
hoping
red
so.
stop's working?
I mean, it's green now, and they're new, so I'm assuming it means something.
Okay. Some more green flag. You walk in and it's got nice lighting. Modern, updated lighting. That would be for me.
Well, again, yeah. I mean, those are green flags as much as
Goes with electrical since we're talking
just
about
a
it.
nice,
That's a
nice,
that would if the light
cheaper way to make your
would,
house.
would flash green like go like because they're new. That'd be great
Yeah.
for me. Oh, I'm just saying. I don't know. I guess a green flag could be anything you would want it to be.
Yeah. Well, again, I mean, everybody has their different needs, right?
Correct.
And everybody has different things that they're looking for. And again, sometimes it's, you're where you are in life, or,
Mhm.
if you just want to get a house, opposed to you've learned your lesson on the last house of all the things you don't like, or you didn't want, or
Yeah.
you didn't use, or whatever it is. And so then you get a new green flag.
Yeah, I just thought of another one.
What?
What do you always check for your buyers when they tell you it's a go for that house?
Disclosures uploading,
What?
right?
Besides that, a green flag. Well, that is a green flag.
I mean,
that is if they're clean.
disclosures ready.
No,
and
if they're
ready to go.
clean, they're good. I was talking about water pressure.
Oh yeah.
You gotta have good water pressure. There's nothing worse than having bad water pressure.
Yeah. So
Like-
essentially, what we're trying to say is, if you're thinking about selling,
Check those things.
get like some tradespeople in to kind
again,
of
it could go both ways.
do what-
Could be for a buyer and a seller.
yeah.
Green flags.
I mean, again, the cleaner that you're never going to get a perfect
No.
inspection report, but
No.
the cleaner you can make it beforehand, I guess, is
The
the
more
green
appealing
flag.
to everyone's appetite, I guess, right? Well,
All
green
right.
flag, red flag, green flag. I don't know. So I guess we'll do red flag. I mean, stop. We'll see you on the next one.